something that maybe only 3 of the people can afford, or maybe 5 of the people can afford, and they're going to keep doing that until they see the profit. And that's the same thing they're going to do in the job market, right? If it's 5 jobs and 10 people want them, instead of it just being you need a certification, well, now a certification and an associate's degree. Well, now a certification, associate degree, bachelor's. Now a certification, associate's degree, or bachelor's, and I want 12 references. Now associate's degree, 12 associate's degree, a certification, a bachelor's, 12 references, and you got to do an internship. And you see, I could keep just piling and piling it on. So that's why I definitely, and it's not just for that reason to be more competitive in the job market or to get the positions that I want, but also just for me to just be able to say, like, I wish I would have kept going so I got a doctorate, so I can say that I'm doctor before, you know what I'm saying? I have a doctorate, but whatever. The fourth thing was stop waiting for the perfect timing. It's something that has hindered me in my entire life. Is I wait for the perfect timing for so many things. I'm not going to go into anything personal, but I will say there are certain things that I personally regret not acting sooner, especially after I did act on things and I was like, it didn't even take as much as I thought it was. If there's anything that I want to tell you about timing and about your goals, is you're closer to your goals than you think you are. I promise you, it's easier than you think it is going to be. Some people are going to think it's going to be harder. It's going to be easier. That's what I speak into your life, that you're more prepared than you ever thought you were. That it's going to be, you're going to be like, why didn't I do this sooner? And you know, I see so many different leaders that say that, right? They're like, they did all this preparation and this training and all these things, and then when they got to sit down at their tables, they were like, man, I do belong with these tables. I do eat with these people. These people aren't different than me. They put their pants legs on just like I do, one leg at a time, right? These people drink out of a cup just like I do. These people breathe the same air as I breathe. These people bleed just like I bleed. So don't wait for the perfect timing. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. Don't wait for all that. Act now. You want it, go for it. And if you fail, guess what? Now you know what it takes to succeed. So you still gain the experience, and look how much closer you are. So now you're at least halfway closer to where you were, because now you know exactly. In G.I. Joe, not to be corny, right? Knowing is half the battle, right? And then finally, stop explaining yourself to people. And this is probably where I'm going to cut the video off and make this another part of the video, because I don't care anymore how narcissistic it sounds. I accept it. And I was reading a book recently, and it says we're all narcissists in our own way. We all have narcissistic traits, right? And I just stop arguing with people. People call me a narcissist. I just say, cool, you have a good day. Because once you start lobbing, insults at me, then the conversation's over. Because it's not going to be a conversation from here anymore out. Because if we're going to start lobbing insults at each other, it's not going to be anything positive that's going to come from this. And I'm good at doing that. I am very good at, like, you can see by my videos, by the fact that I've been talking for, I don't know, 15 minutes now, that I'm very good at talking. This is my gift, right? And I can cut people down. It's not something I like to do. It's not something I think I'm called to do. Do I think sometimes it's necessary? Yeah. Sometimes I do think it's necessary to just get dirty with the people spreading the dirt, you know? And it comes times where people's feelings got to get hurt because they can't hear anything else. So with that being said, is unless I'm looking to engage you in that manner, in a verbal altercation, as I call it, then I stop explaining myself to people. I'm good on that. I'm cool. How do young people say, I'm cool on explaining myself to people. I'm cool on telling you this is why I did it. This is the way you're supposed to do it. If you come to me wanting to be a mentor, and you and you want to humble yourself and learn under this learning tree, and that's not to say I'm this big bad guru or this great motivational speaker, but I do know the things that God has blessed me with in the realm of knowledge and wisdom. And I do know that these things don't come easy, right? When I have people who make millions of dollars a year asking me for my advice, wanting me to write words for them, asking me to come speak in front of them, when I know these are the affirmation and the confirmation that God shows me that, hey, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're honing your skills. So if you want to come do that, if you want to come humble yourself and you want to learn, I'm all for learning. That's not me saying that you can't ask me a question. I have a question of the day for a reason, so that you can ask questions and remain anonymous, and you can get those answers bluntly or however I need to deliver them without me singling you out. But what I'm telling you that I won't do, what I refuse to do, and what I would tell my younger self not to do is to try to persuade people to I don't want to say like you, but to convince people that your way is the right way. That to convince people that, hey, you're doing the right thing, or to explain yourself in a manner so that you're not getting judged by them or getting I don't care. And I would tell my younger self, because there was a time where I did care. You don't care either. Do the work, and the work is going to convince them. You can tell people what your plan is going to be. I'm going to build a building. They're going to laugh in your face. You're going to build a building and stuff like that. How do you expect to build a building? You don't say anything else to that. Say cool. You're right. Cool. Awesome. Don't say you're right, but say cool. Awesome. I appreciate you. That's what you say. I appreciate you, because you should appreciate their honesty. If they think you're a joke, you should appreciate the fact that they think you're a joke. If they don't want to, reciprocate that love, you should appreciate the fact that they're being honest. If they don't want to reciprocate that love. So I don't do that anymore. I have so many wonderful people around me. I mean, so many wonderful people. I can go on and on and on about the people that I have. So many friends that I can pick up the phone with right now and call. So many friends that I can text. I can pull up on and be like, hey, or have them pull up on me, and we can have a conversation. They can lend support. That I don't need to be sitting around trying to convince anyone. And that's what I, more than anything, would want to address to the younger people, is that you'll find your calling, you'll find your pack, you'll find your herd, you'll find your den, you'll find your pride, you'll find your group, you'll find your team. Your team will find you, but only if you are not hell-bent on convincing people that aren't supposed to be on your team to be in your team. So without further ado, I'm going to get in this gym. You guys can notice now, this is where I usually do a lot of my videos, is when I'm on my way to the gym. And, I'm going to go in there before I sit up here talk a whole hour and then end up not, going in at all. But those are the 5 things. I'm just going to, recap them one more time, just for those who watch the end of the video or whatever, right? Just so you know, again, your health is your wealth, right? Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. Prioritize your health is what I would tell my younger self. Invest more. Investment banking, retail, 401k, stocks and bonds. Invest more. Continue your education. Go for your bachelor's degree. I mean, if I could, I would even want to go for my doctorate, right? And who knows? Maybe I have it. Maybe I will go get it. There is no perfect timing before it. There is no perfect timing. Go for it. Make the perfect timing now. Make the perfect moment now. The last thing, stop explaining yourself to people. You don't have to convince people that are supposed to be on your team that they need to be on your team. They should require to see the fruits that you bear. That's how you will know a tree. But asking for fruits and then asking to be persuaded or convinced are 2 different things, right? And know the difference between them. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.